Learning English is not an easy thing to do. First, you need an interest in it and a reason why you want to do it. The next most important thing that you can do is to just get started. So, today, let's talk about 5 ways that you can get started on your way to fluency in English in 2026. Are you ready to find out those 5 ways? If so, then let's get right into it. Watch English movies, TV shows, and news channels. Find something you like and then set a time that you can watch it each day. See what you can pick up on and the patterns that you start to notice. The way that people are using English now can be found in their TV shows. So find the type of English that you want to speak and then go about finding the shows that can help you learn that type of English. You can also read English books, newspapers, and online articles. Once again, the key to this is to make sure that you find things that interest you, and this is going to help you along on your immersive English journey. Books about personal finance, sports, or self-improvement are things that interest me, and so those are the types of books that I would search out. If you are able to, you can also try to find an English-speaking group or partner that you can practice with. Paid or unpaid, there are many ways that you can find to speak to someone in English. When I first got to Japan, I had a language exchange partner, and it was really a great way for me to learn real, practical, everyday Japanese that people used, and you can do the same thing in English. And this is going to take us right into the next tip that's going to help you improve your fluency in 2026: active listening. Before, we talked about creating an immersive English language environment by watching TV shows or movies, listening to music, or even reading things in English. Another way to make sure that you are taking your English to the next level is to practice active listening. Instead of just having these English TV shows on in the background, listen with intent. Maybe today you want to work on a certain part of speech. Listen to the program and then see how many times you can find that specific part of speech. Notice how characters are using English in the show and also what situations they're using English in. A lot of times we hear just to have something on in the background to listen to while we're doing something else. With active listening, it's going to be different. You want to make listening your main focus. So really take your listening one step further, make listening the focus, and really be intent on what you're listening to, why you're listening to it, and what it's going to help you improve with your English. And this is going to take us right into the third step. The next thing that you can do to improve your English language skills are to take good notes. If there are some vocabulary that you're learning for the first time, how about write those down? Make sure that you write it down in your notes and take note of the situation and how it's being used. When you have the chance, go back over what you wrote and how to use it, and then make sure that you reinforce it by using it as soon as possible in a real conversation. The faster that you use something after learning it, the faster that it's going to stick with you and become part of your toolbox. So if you can pick up something from, for example, the news that we talked about earlier, see if there are about 3 to 5 new vocabulary that you can pick out. What were they talking about when they used that word? Also, what were the different situations that were happening when that word was being used? After writing it down, are there any situations that you might be able to think of where you would be able to use this vocabulary word? I had a friend when I was younger. She would learn lots of interesting words or phrases from movies. She would then take note of them, write them down, and then make sure that she would use them in conversations with her friends or the people that she came across in her day-to-day. Are there any new vocabulary that you have learned or anything that you have written down recently that you would like to try it in a real conversation? If so, how about let me know down in the comments below, and that's going to take us right into the fourth tip. English is not something that you're going to start studying today and then be fully fluent tomorrow. Fluency is a complex skill that takes time and practice to develop. Do you already have some learning experience from school or privately on your own? Going through your English learning experience with realistic expectations is going to make it much easier for you to get through the ups and downs of learning a language. Just like everything in life, there's going to be a time when you are really enjoying learning English, you're moving at a good pace, and it seems like everything is just coming really easily to you. Then, of course, there's going to be times when it seems like you're just not able to retain or understand anything. And this goes for everyone, even native speakers come across the same problem. If I go into something with the goal of getting a little bit better than I was the day before, or being able to learn a couple of new phrases or new vocabulary words, then I'll be well on my way to having a good grasp on my fluency. It will be easier for me to see some progress as better than no progress at all. You don't need to set a goal of 0 to fully fluent in 3 months. Take your time and know that you can progress towards your goal of fluency at your own pace. And that's going to lead us into the final tip for the day, which is don't be afraid to make mistakes. When I first got to Japan, it felt like I was returning back to my childhood with the level of Japanese that I was at. Simple things that I could do back home, such as going to a restaurant and making a simple order, going grocery shopping, or just going to the ATM to get some money out, became adventures. I did find out that the more that I got out there, of course I made mistakes, but those mistakes were just stepping stones on the way for me to get to where I am with Japanese today. And you can think of this the same way when you're learning English. Sometimes friends would point out my mistakes, or I would get a reaction that would let me know that what I just said, it just wasn't the right thing. But think about, if you don't try anything at all in the first place, you won't know where you're going wrong or what you need to improve. I also think that you'll find out that you know a lot more than you think you do. Make some mistakes, but if it's not life or death, you'll find out that most people that see you trying will be willing to meet you halfway and help you out. So get out as much as possible and talk to people in English. Put yourself into situations that are going to make you improve by making some mistakes, realizing those mistakes, and then learning from those mistakes and getting better. This is how children learn. This is how you probably learned in your native language, and you can do the same thing when it comes to your English fluency. If you wait until you're completely perfect, you might miss out on some great chances to just put yourself out there, make some mistakes, but have some interesting and great English conversations. Do you have any other things that you have tried to improve your English in the past or that you're trying now? If so, leave them down in the comments below. And if you got any great benefits out of this video yourself, how about share this with someone else that you think would help? If you're interested in learning any more English with me in 2026, how about click on this video that's popping up on the screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great 2025 and look forward to having a great 2026 learning English. Thank you so much. See you.